Hey guys, welcome back to rhrjen. I'm so glad you're here, you guys. I am absolutely cracking up over this. Huge shout out to that one, Phil Laughing. Of course, I shared these photos over the weekend. We got a glimpse of our beautiful Catherine, of course, with William and a lot of the other members of the royal family headed to church in Sandringham. Well, we got that. And then it says, real royals go to church on Sunday, fake royals deliver dog food, remember those dog treats, in the neighborhood. Hashtag Team U Royals. You guys, I'm cracking up over this, and I'm so glad you're here. We have so much to talk about. I'm going to go through, hit some of the highlights and the lowlights, if you will, of Twitter, formerly, no, I always say that backwards, X, formerly Twitter. And we're going to try to have some laughs and make some sense out of all the news coming at us right now. It's almost like they're on the heels of a disaster trip from Colombia, so they want to throw a bunch of news at us to make us stop talking about that. Don't worry, I won't stop talking about that. Let's get into it. Oh, I never show this picture because I don't typically glare at children, but this is a child I would glare at. I'm making reference to Meghan glaring at children in Colombia, of course, but we have Rocco's mom who shared this. So it seems other people are getting sick of hearing her tired old dishwashing story. Dun, dun, dun. Listen, this is great. I know. I will spare us. I'm not going to rehash that dishwashing story. I actually have the idea to make a video where I could show her a compilation of her saying all her dishwashing stories. I don't think I have it in me to listen to all those to edit it together. So we'll see. That may still be coming. But oh my gosh, this face. I mean, talk about a face that shows exactly what she will become. But this is great. So people are picking apart her dishwashing story, and it's about damn time. This is something I had heard. You know, they had sent, what was it, Harper's Bazaar? That was their, what am I looking for, journalistic choice for a company that they got the honor of accompanying Hank and Skank around Colombia to report on all the important things that they did. Notice the sarcasm dripping off that. They didn't do anything. So this journalist that has the same amount of integrity as Hank and Skank do followed them around and failed to report that Meghan told the dish soap story again, which made people start wondering, what's up with that? She has no shame. She'll tell it over and over. But even the I won't say that, the person they paid to write about them, I'm guessing, allegedly, wouldn't write that she told that tired story again. So people are starting to pick it apart, and I think that's great. Think about, I mean, I've been over it. I can't do it again. I really will drink dish soap at this point. Not to hurt myself, but just to burp up bubbles, because it's more entertaining than this story is at this point. It's so crazy that she's still peddling this stupid thing, and we're just supposed to buy it hook, line, and sinker. Never mind that she said she went to an all-girls school, but it was little boys that said, get in the kitchen or whatever, completely just made up whatever class project that she's taking credit for. The whole thing just reeks. I mean, it's just so Meghan, right? Why have anything of your own when you can take somebody else's? Really do wonder what goes through Harry's mind, well, ever. But when he hears her gear up to tell that story again, he's just like, oh no, don't do it. Don't do it. I know. What am I thinking doing that impression? Jay had to work today. Where are his priorities? I ask you that because he should be here doing the Harry voice. But this was shared, in a teacup, Nina shared when my wife was 11 years old. The good news is, as Prince and Princess of Wales points out, she keeps telling that story. So now the press is starting to analyze that story. Maybe finding a web of lies, half-truths to the point where someone who actually hasn't achieved anything in their life of substance, just a talentless grifter who has claimed other people's work as her own while stabbing people in the back. I have videos up about this where quotes were used as her own or just slightly changed to be her and then attributed to herself. We've heard stories of allegedly her Wikipedia changed the night before she and Harry, what was I about to call him? She and Harry went public to make things seem like she was way more accomplished. So why would the soap story be any different? Why not regurgitate it? But I am glad to see that the press is picking up on this and calling her out for her BS that we've been calling her out for this whole time. No, this meme makes no sense with the story, but I don't care. Lean Meme Machine is awesome and made this, and I love it. So Rachel and Butthead it is. That is pretty perfect for these two. I also have this lovely one, the boat's sinking. Team you Royals. Here you go with the Titanic pose. I love all the details they put in their art. Well done, Lean Meme Machine. And speaking of regurgitated whinging and complaining, we have this one. That's right. Richard Eden points out more whining Prince Harry to publish paperback edition of his tawdry memoirs this autumn. Let's take bets on this, shall we? So we've seen where Tom Bower released his paperback version of, say it with me, Revenge. Honestly, it didn't have that much more juicy gossip in it. Now, who takes the prize for this is Lady C. When she did her paperback, woo! I went over it. It was good. She added a bunch of stuff. Moon bump anyone? Like she goes there in that, and I recapped it so you can. I'll try to put the video up here. You can go back and watch that. It's worth a watch. It's so good. But she added so much more to her paperback. Do you think the crayon? See, I've drank too much soap. Do you think the crayon eater will add things to his book to try to sell more copies? Do you think he's saving that for Spare 2, Spare Harder? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. And by the way, how about them apples? Jay's not the only one that can make art in our house. Hello. Prince William's Jaw, yes please, asks, you can pick up a hardcover of this book for 99 cents. Why do we need a paperback? Which really made me laugh. And remember, there was that story that came out that people that had like rental properties asked, please stop leaving that book behind because they're like overwhelmed with copies of that stupid book. And I don't even know what this was in regard to, but I hearted it. So I thought I could use this as our transition. I'll let you read it. Prince and Princess of Wales, thank you for this. Let's keep this going with Rocco's mom, who says, good morning to everyone except for the gold digger who married a prince for his fame and fortune. But his fortune wasn't big enough, and his fame turned to disrepute because he married her. Surprising no one, she started visiting divorce lawyers, and hopefully will release him soon. Then we got this out of GB News saying Prince Harry and Meghan Markle desperate for royal family peace talks. I'm sure they are. As I always say, with that whole olive branch BS, you don't get to be awful and then demand terms to make it all right again. That's not how that works. They're good without you, but I did think we could take a look at some of the replies under this article. Starting with this one, Mega Queen of Failures post translation, Harry and Meghan are broke and desperately need money. The British prince says, how about they start with some accountability and a public apology to William and Catherine and post not even all, but a lot of the crazy things they've done, jabbing and poking and repeatedly going after the royal family. Then we have Salty Duchess, I stand with Catherine, that says the royal family do not need or want these two toxic backstabbers back. Did they forget that they were publicly evicted? I didn't. There's no way back. It's a done deal. They may as well carry on with their cosplay holidays masquerading as tours. GTFO. Google that if you don't know what that means. It's a lot of fun. Shall we have a palate cleanser? Yes, I think so too. Let's take a big deep breath as we enjoy this. This smooch. So beautiful. I love this so much. So this is when they were living in Wales. Remember, they spent their time in Wales from 2010 to 2013. They had a farmhouse on the island while Prince William worked as a search and rescue helicopter pilot with the Royal Air Force. I just love this photo so much. I love seeing, I don't know, candid. I mean, even though it's a private moment, I love a candid photo like this, and I love seeing them so young and happy and in love. It's great. Of course, always thinking of Catherine, Princess of Wales, and wishing her, as well as King Charles, health and speedy recovery and all the best. Guys, as always, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for being here with me. Dying to know your thoughts on this. Let me know your thoughts on Spare 2, Spare Harder, and everything else we discussed here. That dang soap story. If just all of it, just let me know. You know, I love to read your comments. Thank you guys for all your lovely comments on the beige conversation. I read them. I appreciate them. If you didn't hear the beige I talked about with HG Tudor and the Sidley twins, go back and watch that. Huge thank you to everybody who's picked up the new merch. Beetlegoose. Got to thank Jay for that. It turned out so great. I love it so much, and I hope you do too. Thank you guys for being here. Have the best day. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.